Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing my 193rd Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of Robin. Now taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure comes in your standard Mezco box, almost designed to look like the suit of Robin with the cityscape of Gotham City. Turning the box around, we can see some great artwork of Damian Wayne. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now here is Mezco Robin out of the box. And man, we finally have the character we never thought we'd see in this line, for reasons. But he's here, and I think he's pretty rad. So the overall look of this guy looks awesome. I love the cape here, that kind of like faux leather. And it is a pretty thick material. It does not feel cheap whatsoever. It just looks really nice. You do got the hood that can fold over the head. It does have a bendy wire in it. All throughout the cape does have a bendy wire. Wherever you see the little seams like that, those all have bendy wires in there, so you can really get some decent poses out of that cape. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back real quick just to show you the suit itself. But I also love how Mezco does this like printing technique onto fabrics to give it these patterns and things like that. I love the traditional stitching lines right here, the 3 lines on the front, like the old school R, just looks really good. All this detailed line we're going down the skirt. There's a little bit of a bendy wire here in the front of the skirt as well. A nice gold belt, looks really good. Let's take a look at the back a little bit. Nice patterning all throughout that as well. I love when Mezco does their own kind of like stuff like that to the suits, so they don't look too, simple, you know what I mean? Like for an example here, down on the legs, how you can see it's printed on patterns go on right here, looks really cool. That's supposed to go over the knee like that. So that just looks awesome, man. The boots look really nice, like that a lot. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet. The gauntlets look really good. I love the hands. You got that extra little detail on there. The little knuckles and things like that all look really nice. The yellow inlining for the cape, again, just looks really good, dude. I'm just very happy that, we're even getting a Robin figure, because for so many years now, it seems like Mezco's just refused to make a Robin figure for whatever reason, which I think is ridiculous, especially since they put out so many Batman figures. But hey, you know what? They gave us what the fans wanted, and we're finally getting a Robin figure again. Hopefully we get other Robins and other Bat family characters down the road, because I think that's what we really, really need. So now moving on to the accessories, we of course do get the Mezco circular base stand with just the Robin R on there. I love seeing that, really fantastic. And then we do of course get the clear articulated arm. We also get a bunch of interchangeable hands, different types of closed-fisted hands, open palm hands, multiple types of gripping hands for holding all of his different types of accessories, which I think is really cool. So I do love that a lot. We also do get just a ton of accessories as well. And I guess you could call this a hand/accessory, but I think which one's really cool is this hand with the effect piece attached to it. I think that's really nice. It has like a batarang kind of like whirling through the air, and you can just plug that onto the hand. I think that's super cool. Now moving on to the rest of the accessories, we of course do get different types of batarangs, from small, medium. We got one really large one. I think that's really cool. We get his katana, a bow staff. We even get a compound bow. I mean, it is crazy to see all the different types of things that we do get. So again, we do get like smaller ones. I'm gonna try and show these with my big fat fingers here. But we get these like smaller batarangs like this, and those will fit like between the fingers of certain types of hands. Again, he comes with so many different types of gripping hands for all his different accessories. So you really get everything you're going to need. We get these more medium-sized red batarangs, which I think are really cool too. I love the details on those, and those look really nice. Even a little bit of paint on there, that's really cool. And then we get this larger, heavier batarang. We've seen heavy batarangs with some of the Mezco Batman figures before, so it's really cool to see them moving on with a Robin figure like that. I also do love the bow staff, which I think is just super cool. I love how long and black that is. That's what she said. But the paint on that looks really good with the red and silver on there. Looks super dope. And then of course you do get his katana. I do love that. The wrapping of the handle, the gold, the red, and that dark silver on there. I do appreciate that. I just kind of wish he had some type of like scabbard or holster for this. I think that is something that I kind of need for this. And I was kind of looking on the figure, And he doesn't really have like a place certain that I can tell to hold that on there. So I don't know, I kind of wanted to like to sheath it or something. So that's something I kind of wish is a little bit lacking. But what I also do love a lot is going to be the compound bow. So this actually does fold out like that, and you can fold it out like so, and it will kind of like lock into place, so it holds position. You actually do get the string on there. That's really cool. And then you do get 3 actual arrows for this, and it does have a little slot right there, so you could actually plug it into the actual string and like pull back and actually fire it, you know what I mean? So that's pretty impressive, man. Great idea that they did with that. Just getting a little compound bow that actually folds up. That's actually really cool. Now we also do get this like wrist attachment that's going to go on. It seems to be primarily for the left wrist because it does kind of like form over the little arm blades like that. You could pop that on right there, and then let's see, we'll pop on a closed fisted hand like that. Then it does come with that grapple hook where you can plug onto it like so, and that is on a thick wire. It is kind of bendable, but I mean, I don't know why you would want to bend that. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but getting it back straight is just going to be a pain in the butt, so I wouldn't work that too much. But I do like it. I think it looks really cool. We also get multiple interchangeable heads, which I think is fantastic. I do love the standard head, just very stoic and straightforward. You know, that works out very well. I love the angry head because Damian is an angry little prick. Honestly, he's so pissy all the time. So that works out really good. And then the little smirking head, that one is so perfect for Damian Wayne. Again, he's a little cocky shit. And again, that one just works perfectly for the character. And you could technically get another look because he does have this kind of like almost gas mask, face, ninja mask type of thing that you could put on the figure. Even if you pop the hoodie over the head like that, I mean, that is serious ninja vibes, man. I love that so much. So how this works, it kind of just form fits over the faces, with the exception of the angry head. So you can use this one for the, well, actually let me pop the head off like this. It's not really meant for the angry head. It's more meant for the standard head or the smirking head. And you can pop that on like that. And again, that just is just such a cool look, especially with the whited out eyes. I love that. Now I went ahead and took off the cape for this, so you can also see him without the cape and just see how the suit looks. But this is going to really show you the range of articulation. So the head and the neck are on ball pegs, so that rolls around very nicely. It does turn left and right, up that far, down that much, and then pivot side to side. Works really good. Arms go all the way up, down, up and out like that. It does feel like there's a bit of a butterfly joint in there, so that's really nice. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbows works really good. Rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. You can also rotate at the glove right there, so that's really good. A ball peg, double ball peg at the midsection like that. Does turn left and right. Crunches back, crunches forward pretty nicely. That's pretty good. Pivot side to side, rotates, all that kind of good stuff you're going to need. Hip joints that kick up and forward that far, that's really good. Back about that much, splits out all the way that far, that's really good. That helps with the elasticity of the fabric right here. Rotation at upper thigh, double jointed knees where he can kick himself in his own butt. You can rotate at the boot, and then the ankles are on ball pegs, so those roll around up, down. That's actually really nice. And a really good ankle rocker. That's one of the better ankle rockers I've seen on a Mezco figure, honestly. So overall, man, I am just so happy again that we even got a Robin figure. You know, he's not flawless, of course, but I personally love Damian Wayne, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to a couple Mezco Batman, being the Sovereign Knight and Supreme Knight Batmans. And for even more Mezco comparison, here he is sitting next to a couple other figures that I believe share the same or similar buck, being Atticus Doom and Doc Nocturnal. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Mezco Bat villains, being KG Beast and Two-Face. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other McFarlane Batmans, being Hush and Santa Batman. And if you wanted to fit this in with your McFarlane Batmans, I think the size works out really good. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco Robin. Now again, this is the figure that a lot of us thought we would never actually see, but I've always held out hope that we would. And man, they made a badass Robin figure. Now I know a lot of people would have preferred maybe an earlier Dick Grayson or Tim Drake, that type of thing. But I personally love Damian. He really, truly is the successor to Bruce Wayne Batman, since he is actually Bruce Wayne's son. And I just love his whole storyline and vibe. He's just a crazy little turd, and I love him for that. I also understand that this figure might be a little taller than what some people were expecting. You know, they want, you know, that 12-year-old size Batman, or Robin, excuse me. I don't really mind either way. I just know this figure is so badass. The soft goods are really cool. I love the whole printing technique that they do on the suit to make it look, that has these different textures. I love the wired cape with the hood. That is so dope. And all of his accessories, man, from the katana to the bow staff to that ninja mask and all the batarangs and the grappling hook. All that is so cool. Tie that up with some really good articulation and you have one truly awesome Robin figure. I think this is one, if you love Batman, you really need a really cool Robin figure to go side by side. And this is one that will look great in your Mezco collections. So be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.